Hey folks, good morning to you. Good morning. I hope you're doing well wherever you're at. Welcome to this just hangout video. It's I think it's Tuesday morning. Sun's coming up over there. Got a little bit of clouds. It's just a beautiful, gorgeous, cool day here in the Philippines. I'm gonna break down my grill. Now, for some of y'all, this might be as exciting as watching paint dry. But for others, you might be interested if you have a small balcony or a small area and you need a grill. This is my grill by Barrel Pro. It's called the Home Pro Griller. It's the perfect size for a small balcony. And I'm just gonna break it down because you're like, how the hell can I get that up on my balcony? How can I get that up? I got a small condo. Well, it breaks down and it's pretty easy. So I'm just gonna show you how I break down my grill. You know, some people love little videos like this. I'm gonna do it anyhow. So I just said, you know what? This will be today's show. Not every show is gonna be a Steven Spielberg production, and this is probably not gonna win any awards at the film festival. First things first. Now, this little shelf there, it folds down, right? So if you want to get closer or what have you, you can fold that thing down, and it just folds up, and it's very sturdy. I mean, it's a very sturdy. You could probably stand on it, but I don't recommend it. But it's sturdy. I mean, it's not gonna break off, right? But it comes off just like that. So no problem. Needs to be clean. There you go. It's just 4 pieces of angle iron, and that's a good sturdy piece. And it's heavy, but not when you take it apart. So this part, no problem. I'll just set this one aside. And I have Maria Mercedes here helping me out, but she's accomplished her first task of putting the toys in the bag, and now she's sitting down. Okay, sweetie, so let's zip up the bag of toys and then put that inside because we're gonna do a whole cleaning, okay? So just zip that up, take it inside. All right, now get my gloves on here. Shout out to my buddy Josh for these new barbecue gloves. Now look, I like the yellow ones too, but the yellow ones aren't heat resistant enough to manipulate cast iron. So I think what I'm going to do is just save these for when I'm dealing with cast iron and wear my yellow ones for general barbecuing. That grate comes out the top. Now listen, these are heavy duty, heavy gauge stainless steel grates. And out of all the grills I've bought, well, I take that back. The little small grill had this gauge of steel, but this is a higher gauge than in the 2 smokers. So like if I were gonna go camping, I would just carry this. This is a heavy gauge grate right there. Great quality. So sweetie girl, what I want you to do is go ahead and grab that right there. You're gonna get a little bit greasy, and I want you to take that downstairs. Don't touch anything, okay? Don't touch anything. Just head on downstairs. We'll clean it downstairs, okay? Just don't touch nothing. Good job. All right, man, there's my cigar from last night. Look at that right there. Top of the morning to you. Nothing like a good cigar. I know some of y'all said, you quit drinking, but now you're smoking. You're gonna die of cancer. There's a lot of truth to that. I've told the story many times, but when I was a kid, I went to a lot of AA meetings with an uncle who was a recovering alcoholic. You know, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. I know all the AA lingo, all that stuff, because I went there when I was hanging out with my aunt and my uncle. He was a big part of that. And what I learned, what I observed, is that everybody who quit drinking alcohol, all they did was convert to cigarettes and coffee. Now, I don't know what a modern day AA meeting looks like, but back in the 80s, I can tell you that it was big pots of coffee and everybody chain smoking. And so that's what I learned as a small child was, people quit drinking beer, they pick up cigarettes and coffee. Anyhow, another big heavy duty, that's heavy. So if I were gonna go backpacking, I would take the top grate, just set it down on a couple rocks. If I were gonna go boating, I would bring this big one. But that's too heavy to backpack with. But man, just great quality stainless steel grates. And I'll let Maria carry that one down as well. I think the shelf is a little bit too heavy for her. Yep. Mama and Forrest here going to the store? Okay, you gonna stay here and help Papa?
I wanna go to the store.
Okay, well, you go to the store with them, but take that down on your way. It's heavy. Get your hands on it. Get a good grip. Here, 2 grips. One here in the bottom, one at the top. There you go. Drive that thing through there nicely.
This is not heavy at all.
Okay, you go to the store. You go to the store. You're going to the sorry store. Now, this guy here is the charcoal drawer. Hope that's in frame. Is that in frame? I think so. This just makes cleanup easy. Now, if you put big, huge pieces of charcoal and they don't burn, but there you go, it clears it. That's just too easy. Just pull that drawer out right there. If you got a trash can with a trash bag in it, it just dumps out nicely. But since they're gonna leave me while I'm doing all the hard work, and what you'll notice is Filipinas and my daughter, because she's picked up on it from Fatima, anytime I announce that there's some work to be done, they disappear. They do. I guess children and old ladies are like that anywhere in the world, but especially here. Whenever they figured out there's work to be done. And there's my charcoal chimney right there. If you've never seen one of our videos, that's how you start charcoal without lighter fluid. Just takes a few pieces of paper. You want to know how it's done? Just hit play on one of 1,000 of my barbecue videos. All right, now I'll just go ahead. I'm gonna clean this out downstairs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lock this up because I'm gonna be transporting it in a few seconds. Lock that bad boy down. And I guess I can turn this around to show you how this part comes out of the frame. Now, as you can see, it's sitting in there and it's locked in there, but it's only locked in there with one screw. Well, it's actually a small nut and bolt. So I'll turn it around. You see right there? I hope that's in frame, or else old Steven Spielberg's messed up again. Now look, I done screwed up because I locked that down, and this has actually got a nut on it. But I'll see if I can get it out of there. Probably not. I probably got to just hold on to it. Y'all talk about tools. So many people have hit me over the years because I don't have any tools here in Southeast Asia. This has been basically my only tool that I've had since I moved to Southeast Asia, and I've picked up stuff and given it away, but this is the only thing. This is really my only tool that I'm not going to part with, that I use all the time, and 99% of what I need. This is a Leatherman Kick. Now it's all jacked up. I broke pieces off of it. It's a small Leatherman. I bought this at the PX on Camp Baharia. I bought that at the PX, and I am going to have to open this up and just grab onto that. It's just one screw. There you go. Put the nut back on there. It's a little greasy, so I'm not going to put it in my pocket. Where can I put it where you don't lose that nut? Got a little grease, but there you go. That's the only thing that holds it in here, and that's all you need. That's what makes it easy to move around. It's not a big deal. We'll lock this guy back down. And then this guy just lifts off of here. Now look, this is, there we go. These 26-inch pythons on here. Now this is a barrel build, okay? Now, set her down. It's real easy. That's a barrel build. So if you go to their website and you're gonna move a grill around or transport it around, just get one of their barrel builds. It's made from a food grade barrel. Why? Because it's light. You saw I lifted that by myself. And really the heaviest part is the smokestack, and you can unscrew that and take that off if you want, but there's no need, okay? You can lift it and move it from point A to point B. But if you're gonna ship it, just unscrew that thing, take it off, and put it inside. If you're not going to move a grill around, take a look at not the barrel bills, but it's the roll steel. Look at their roll steel. Those things, it's like they're like tanks. They're heavy, they're thick. You don't want to be moving those things around. They'll last for a million years. They're tanks. I'm telling you, I had that little small one. It was like that big, little tabletop grill. It was made out of roll steel. It was like a 4-man lift. So if you're gonna buy one of their big roll steel grills, realize you want to get that thing set up at your place. Make sure it's a house that you own, and don't move it. All right. And you know, if you're a renter and you move around a lot like us, then you want to get one of their food grade barrel bills. Okay, so basically what I'm left with here is the frame. There you go. It's got two casters on one end. There you go, right there. And you can pick that bad boy up, sit here and do curls with it. And that's how you break down the grill. Again, that's the Home Pro Griller. I'll put the link down to I'll put the link down in the description if you're interested in this particular grill. Look, they're not paying me to say this. They're not paying me to do these videos. I'm not making a commission off of these grills. And I'm not looking to. It's just a good product. I appreciate the fact that they're making them locally here in the Philippines instead of having to buy something from China that comes in a box. It's just cheap as dog shit. Full disclosure, they did give me a free hat and a free t-shirt and free shipping. I certainly appreciate that. And so I appreciate the gentleman making good products here locally in the Philippines. There you go. So now I'm going to lift this thing piece by piece, just take it downstairs. I can take it down by myself, no problem. And then Big Pumpkin don't know it yet. Or maybe she does, and that's why she's headed to the Sorry Sorry store. Well, she didn't want to be involved in carrying it downstairs, but she is going to be involved in cleaning the grill. And don't worry, baby, the grill ain't in a hurry to get clean. It'll wait. It'll wait till you get back from that Sorry Sorry store. I promise you. A pizzeria, 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 a pizzeria. There's a pizza right there. If it's not a pizza you want to eat. Saving this for Fatima's cleanup operation over here. I'll set it right here for the old girl. Yeah. Saving that for you, baby. I'm saving all my love for you, babe. There you go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just joking. This thing's pretty light. If you really want to lighten it up, though, just unscrew the smokestack. No problem. I'll set this thing over here nicely for Fatima. Actually, I'll put it back together for her. I'll do that for the old girl. I'll put it back together for her before she commences cleaning operations. There you go right there. No big deal. Let's just bring this bad boy right here. Like so. Get these guns on that bad boy. Yeah. Just set her in there. Get the hole lined up. Hit the hole, pole, man. Hit the hole. Stick it in. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all got no idea. But I'll tell you this. It's got nothing to do with the hibbity. Hit the hole, pole, man. Hit the hole. Whoa. So what's the one thing I forgot? What's the one thing I forgot? I gotta go all the way back upstairs. Is the nut and the bolt. Why? Because it was greasy and I didn't want to put it in my pocket. But I don't need the gloves for that operation. Well, actually I do. Because I could bring the charcoal down and not get my hands dirty. I ain't got much charcoal left. All right, here's a greasy bolt. Get the old Leatherman kick. Telling you, I don't know if they make Leathermans like this anymore. It's just the perfect size, perfect travel size. Obviously, you got to put it in your checked luggage because it's got a knife on it, obviously. But you know, go from this side. It has definitely been a champion. And folks, you know them days, right? If you go to the PX, the same way in Afghanistan, in Iraq, if you go to the PX and you see something that you like, you had to buy it right then. Why? Because if you went to Chow and came back, it was gone, never to be stocked again. I mean, you know, you never know what you're gonna get, right? So you learn that lesson. You learn that lesson the hard way, and then you realize when you walk into the PX and you see something you want, you buy it right then. If you even remotely, it's something that you better get hands on it, and you better get it. You know what I mean? Don't wait. So this is one of them purchases I didn't wait, pulled the trigger on. Man, I'm glad I did, because the next day they were gone. There you go. So it's sturdy, back into its case. I'll even drive it over here. Keep that lid from slamming. That's where I like to keep it over here in the open air, because if you put it under the carport, which admittedly keeps the rain off of it, it smokes up the entire carport and it's just a pain in the butt. So I keep the pizza oven obviously under here, but when I'm grilling, the grill stays outside. And it's just too much to bring it in and out. I let it get rained on some. I know that's not taking proper care of your gear, but when you barbecue every night, I can't wheel it in, wheel it out, wheel it in, wheel it out. That's not convenient. So that thing's a tank. Yes, buy a grill cover. I could do that as well. There you go. Now it's all ready for Big Pumpkin to set up. And I'm going to hook the gas tank back up to the pizza oven so I can make some of my award-winning biscuits for the ladies this week that Girly loves so much. She loves them biscuits. Just go back a few videos, look at the thumbnail, the look on her face when she saw my biscuits, it's priceless.